is a turtle size, right?
Yeah.
This
Yes,
turtle
that's
size.
the adult female because only
Whoa.
the females come up to nest.
This is nice.
It's $100,000
$100,000 fine.
or jail time.
That's beautiful.
Can I say pretty?
Sunsets only like this in St. Elizabeth.
Girl.
I'll tell her that. Welcome to another attraction. I keep on saying that. Welcome to another attraction in the 12 Travels of Christmas episode series. We're still in St. Elizabeth. I didn't know this existed. This is the Natural History Museum. Treasure Beach Turtle Group has a museum. I didn't know this place existed, and this is mainly for the turtles. So we're gonna check it out. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what they do here. I specifically did not do any research on it, just to be surprised to see what they have here. So me and you are gonna figure it out together, right? So let's go.
Welcome to the Treasure Beach Turtle Group. We're a small non-profit organization which is located in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. We have a small museum here, as you can see, which basically gives literature on our turtles, which is a hawksbill, and our local wildlife. For the tours we offer, we basically do a night tour and a morning tour. Our night tour includes a small walkthrough of the museum when you get here. Then we actually wait for our surveyors to radio us to say action is happening. If they do so, we immediately head for the beach depending on what action is happening. It's either an adult coming up to nest, or actually in the nesting process, or hatchlings coming out of a nest heading for the waters. Our morning tour includes an immediate or emergency call for persons to actually just run to see what is going on. So I can call you at 5 in the morning and you don't have much time to get here if it's the adult actually nesting.
Okay.
It's like an emergency call. The emergency call for the morning tour comprises also of nesting actions. It can also have the hatchlings heading to the waters. Basically for that, we have changed this thing about the hatchlings heading to the water in the mornings, where we have actually changed to releasing at night. So come next year, all our releases will be done at late evening or night.
Okay, so what if I come one day and no action is happening? I want the tour, but there's no action.
Okay, so basically if you arrive at the museum and want to see something but nothing is going on, I actually take numbers, make appointments, or I also can take you on the nesting beach to give you a brief rundown of what actually happens here. We also have videos and different clippings of many different things that we do, or many things that's happening in the area at the moment with our turtles.
Okay, is this the only one in the island or no?
No, there are several across the island. We basically work with the National Environment and Planning Agency, so we have right across Jamaica, I must say. So we are the second largest nesting area across the island also.
Wow. This is a turtle size, right?
Yeah.
This
Yes,
turtle
that's
size.
an adult female because only
Whoa.
the females come up to nest.
So what are these?
Barnacles.
Yeah.
So they actually grow on top.
So where we're heading is a protected area, right?
Yes. Well, most of the beaches are protected because,
We have dolphins here in Jamaica. I mean, in open sea.
yes, if you took a boat tour to Black River, right?
This is a shark. The most common shark in Jamaica.
This is even a reef pot because the original one that they would bring out to Pigeon Bank are much huger than these. Right, so this is a wheels shell.
That's a little something.
No, they can be huger, but this is just one.
Kind of look like snail for real.
Yeah, because they're going to dig out what is in here after they boil it. This is a sea leaf or sea cactus.
Oh wow.
The track that we walk down in the night, so we actually have headlamps. Everybody has.
Ooh, that's interesting. I would do that.
Well, next nesting season you can book
When is that?
the 1st of June to the end of November. So in
June. End of November. Okay, I'll probably be here.
the peak of the season is in September. We have a lot of action happening in September.
Is that coincide with the crab season or it's no crab is me.
Well, right now I can tell you when I walk down here in the night, there's a lot of crabs. But which crabs?
You have the sea crab and then you have
Land
the
crab.
green
There's a lot of land crab.
Oh, land crab. When I was small, I used to take crab out of pine. What do you call it? Out of the pine? The green thing, them man.
Oh, the drippy something.
Yeah,
Kinda
them.
look like
Always find small crab in here.
Yeah, because the water catching there.
Wow, this is nice.
Definitely.
Come earlier. This is nice.
We're coming back though.
Alright. Looking forward.
Coming back with crowd.
Yeah, that's
With crowd. We want crowd.
Alright, so we basically reach Harvey's Beach. We can go on that side.
Ah. Harvey's Beach.
So this is our main nesting beach. So if you look on this sign here, we have a sign that says no turtle harvesting. It's
$100,000 fine.
or jail time, and I'm one of the persons who can actually
enforce it.
Wow. Man.
Persons like that here in Treasure Beach.
Nice.
The young lady I told you about was my sister, was in hiding. She just came back from Barbados where she did a lot of training. So on this beach we have a lot of action happening.
Oh, the sunset?
Hello.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Can I say pretty?
Sunsets only like this in St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I'll tell her that. And so I'm looking on the trees and they all look the same. Like, what's happening with the trees?
The turtles actually love to nest under vegetation. The hawks, the turtle, they love vegetation. So they come up from the high waters and head under the vegetation. So under the tree over there, if you look, you see a pink and a blue tag. Those are the tags that we actually use
Oh, yeah.
to mark the nests. So on those tags, they have GPS marking, the date that the nest was found, or the day you saw the turtle nest,
Oh,
and the date you expect the nest to start hatching.
okay.
The baby eggs.
Right. Well, you don't see the eggs. You don't see a hole. Only time you see a hole is when the actual turtle dig in that hole to actually drop her eggs.
So how do you,
So how do you know the nest is there?
you watch the mummies?
No, expert. So Teddy can come down here in the morning. When he comes down here, he actually sees tracks. That track can tell you if a nest was laid or a false crawl was made. A false crawl meaning the turtle came up but did not actually nest. That's the false crawl. Also, it can be that the turtle came up, started digging, but did not actually lay because it eventually found in the nest, in the hole they were going to lay in. So, and roots can give you a lot of deformity.
The round spot on them, you know.
So those are
these
disguised
up on
spots.
spot.
You cannot say exactly where the nest is because once she's finished laying, she starts disguising.
You see those heap of trash over there,
Right.
There's one come and touch out, so after that the mongoose come and
Dig up.
The mongoose?
That's a big issue for us, the mongoose, because even if it might be 2 weeks after the nest is laid that we think it's safe enough for the mongooses, because it brings a certain scent to it.
But it seems like the mongoose is a parasite, man.
Definitely.
Because they might eat, they not eat chicken too?
Yes.
Then we need to find out a way to get rid of them then.
Well, we would wish.
We want to get rid of them then, because if they, just like how with the lionfish and the
Eat up everything.
and the parrotfish.
Also have a guest house that we rent out.
Oh.
Where you see the R&S on the gate,
Yeah.
that's the entrance to the house, and the house is just on top of the hill, so the trees block it out.
Oh, that's nice. You see, you should have said that a long time, man. Because that could have been a thing where people can rent for like a week during the season.
And
So they're on standby. So when they say, okay, action, run countdown.
Overseas guests,
Yeah.
we have a lot of overseas guests. I've had a couple that came here just for this tour, and eventually they got engaged.
Oh.
We have some Germans who return every year. We have another set of persons who booked already to come in for the whole nesting season.
Wow.
Tell me the support that you normally get, like donations and just like visiting. You get a lot of locals, or is mostly foreign based?
It's equal.
Okay, glad to hear that.
Equal.
Lady, I don't know what that's something up on the ground, but them some red little.
Yes, some.
I don't know.
biting, man.
No, they're not biting.
Oh, I don't know
So
what
what
them.
I've realized since this year, the locals are swarming because it seems that word is getting out here.
Because we can't go nowhere. What you mean?
Not only that, we're literally getting out there.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of support from the locals.
Yeah.
I never knew that this existed before.
Every guest that comes here, we take them here, and they are actually building on our donation. So every guest that leaves here have to donate something that goes towards it.
I like that.
I like, yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
It is like a reserved area. Protected. I don't want to say reserved.
It is a protected area. Why? These sea turtles are endangered species at the moment. So because persons tend to poach, and why poach? A lot of persons think it's misleading information because men use the eggs to boost their manhood. The meat also, and the meat is actually toxin,
Wow.
as well as the eggs. But I've learned that persons say to me, you were not born here in Treasure Beach, so you wouldn't know because they've been eating it. But research have proven otherwise to say
It's not helpful.
it's not. It's not. So
where would they get that idea from?
I guess older generation, because I've heard that when you put the meat in the pot, it shows 3 or 4 different meats. You see beef, you see pork, you see chicken. I don't know. I've never seen it, but that's what I've heard from persons down here. I don't know if Ken can say anything to that because he was born and grown down here. His father's a fisherman, he's a fisherman, so his grandfather was a fisherman, so maybe he could have said something more on that. For what, over the past 10 years, I've only seen one male, and it was just right online here. So it was like a month ago somebody came to call us at the house that they saw a turtle that was damaged. When we went down, we didn't even realize it was a male, but after I did the inspection and actually cleaned up that cut and whatever, then we realized that it has something different about it. So the tail part is longer than the female.
Oh. So how would he know to come here for him?
Actually, it was in the cove here, and then they put out a net and pull it in.
Oh, okay.
It would not naturally just come on land. Only the females naturally come on land. After mating and having that storage of eggs, so they lay 5 clutch of eggs per season.
Whoa.
Yes.
How does a man measure that?
One female would come up and lay 5 nests.
Wow.
Different nests, and each nest can comprise of 200 to 250 eggs as well.
And what is the success rate?
We have had a 70% success rate. So
Oh.
it has built over the years because we don't have issues of the water coming up too high, or we don't have
Predators.
predating, but we have the mangoes.
Listen, man, you need to figure out mangoes and the dogs.
When I was over there with you, before you guys came along, I saw at least 2 dogs. They were coming down on the beach. That's an issue for us where we were told to call animal haven. But how can we capture them? That's another issue for us.
So the scent is more like fish, like egg fish, like
What scent it gives off? The turtle eggs.
Raw. Just like when you broke a normal egg, you see that kind of funky scent.
yeah, and that's the scent it gives off when they're cracking to come out of the shell to head back to the water.
When the eggs are just laid, as well as when they crack the nest. And when they crack the nest, there's a difference with that and the scent of the just laid eggs, because that nest has many different types of hatchlings in there. So we have eggs that are not developed.
I think around the same time I went in November.
Yeah, everybody's closing off now. So we have a sea turtle network. So that's
Okay.
that form with NEPA and the National Environment and Planning Agency.
Right.
So the little ones go way out deep sea as
No.
soon as they...
Okay. When they come out, because they're so tiny, they stay in the reef for a while and start growing before they actually venture out.
Okay. Smells too chicken.
Somebody at the house there.
Yeah, I think you're hungry.
And these
No.
the grape trees are what they love. So this
The
Sunday,
grapes?
we'll be planting quite a few grape trees and coconut trees down here.
Grape trees don't need sandy or salty environments, right?
No.
Girl, I didn't know this.
It doesn't need one?
It does not.
Salty. We can make
Salty
grape
or
trees.
These
Sea grapes. Sea grapes.
Oh, sea grape. Didn't know they had grape trees.
Sea grapes, and we have other grape trees because in Monroe, where I'm from, we have grapes
Mm.
as well.
Like regular grapes?
We call them wild grapes.
The taste different though.
Yeah,
They don't have that salty kind of nutty taste.
No, there's a lot to expect and a lot to experience. A lot of persons are not able to take some of what they will see, because you go in there, you have eggs that have started developing but start rotten.
Whoa.
So you know that brings a different sense. You have hatchlings start coming out, but end up something happens, that one dies. So you have maggots in the
Oh.
and then there's a difference again that we have not experienced here, but in Barbados they have experience where you have an albino coming
Whoa.
out of the nest. Then you have turtles that have not actually absorbed their egg sacs. So
The malnutrition.
let's say that, but you have where you actually can keep those and they develop and they are okay over time.
Creamy.
Come next year, this will be happening. Some of these things we have not put in place, but we are having workshops going on. So we have an educational campaign going on now that we are targeting the schools, the stakeholders, different businesses across Jamaica. Next year it's gonna be way different, more educational.
Right. That's so cool.
The turtle.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Outside of the regular monetary donation, how can we as a community look out for the...
Okay, we would love to get more volunteers. So persons come in and volunteer with us and take the educational program very serious. So if you've an educational program, you come, receive, and then when you're out there, at least if you see a turtle on the beach, you're able to do something. So if it's
Like first aid.
them, right, well, you're not allowed.
Oh.
Just to protect them.
Oh.
Only persons in Treasure Beach are currently allowed to handle the turtles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Myself and Tanya, because we're actual wardens. So you have to be a warden to be able to do certain things.
Oh.
That's why I said I can persecute. So for instance, Teddy is a surveyor, but he's not a warden. myself or Tanya has to be on spot for them to carry out certain actions. So to touch the turtle, actually, myself or Tanya has to be on spot
Oh.
for that. So at least persons can call. We have a number that they can call to say this is happening, we saw a turtle here. If the turtle actually returns to the water, we ask persons just to take a mark of the spot so we can actually come and mark that spot to say a nest is there. If they see hatchlings, we ask them to stand around that crabs or birds don't get them.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that we love for persons.
So anytime you see a turtle on the sand, you know they're trying to lay or something, yeah?
They can actually come up to nest or be returning to the water.
Oh.
Because they don't actually mate on land, they mate in the sea. When Teddy actually comes out and put them on the sand, I've had people come sit in the sand, cry, just to see the amount of them coming out around them, and I've heard that it's a form of meditation. Persons do take it seriously.
It's like new life, you know. You see them struggling and they hit the water.
Yeah.
But it's too funny, and then they
it's
flip over
cool.
and then it's on again.
Yeah.
Persons travel from all the way in Hanover.
Wow.
Yes, she called me to say, I'm on my way to Treasure Beach. Any action? We had no activity. When she called, we had no activity. I was actually in Black River. And I left Black River, called Teddy. And when I called Teddy, about 15 minutes later, Teddy said, this lady is lucky.
Yeah.
We have nest hatching out. That lady, she brought her friend as a surprise, and that lady wallowed all over in the sand. She lied down, she took pictures, and she cried because she said when she go back home, everything is all different. So
Yeah.
she came here and got something.
Oh man, you're giving me so many ideas. Jesus!
Yeah, because right now Tanya came back and she's fully pumped up, ready for action next year.
Yeah.
Oh guys, I'm so glad we ventured.
Yeah, I'm so happy we came.
The zebras on top of the rocks over here and the stairs
Oh.
come down.
But this walk, it make it interesting though. This walk make it interesting.
We just missed a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this was a good find, Lainey. This was a good find. Although we have one more to go. Lord help us. Now we're going back to Santa. Guys, this is the end of this attraction. I hope you enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Super informational. Didn't know all of this existed. Definitely going to come back with crowd. This is the end of this attraction. So I'm signing out. Until next time. Tomorrow around this time. Oh God, I'm out of breath. See you tomorrow.